Happy Monday morning, everyone. New week, new opportunity. Thank you for tuning in to The Dose. Taking the week off right. Jereme Kleven here, alongside the magic man, Mr. Mark Hutchins.
Yes, I'm here.
And the beast behind the glass, Mr. Byron Filson. Gentlemen,
hi.
Stay quiet because we have a guest in the house.
Sorry.
Miss Tina Tamboer, the Cromford Report, back to kick off the week with us.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. We've all been talking in Southern accents.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, if we're going to go Southern, we've got to get our sweet tea out here.
Byron, you can whip up some of that sweet tea.
Oh, and like some ham biscuits.
Yeah.
Some ham biscuits.
Ham biscuits.
That's
now,
just
some
fun
grits.
to say, isn't it?
Grits.
Some grits, 2 eggs over easy now, please.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, let's dive right in today. Let's do it.
If you haven't heard Miss Tina for the last few days here on The Dose, dropping all kinds of knowledge and insight, how does that help us win more business?
Well, here's the thing. We talked about sellers before. Now we're going to talk about your buyers. And this really does kind of go hand in hand with your listings as well. So everybody wants to sell their listings. So with all of the boomerang buyers coming in, again, consider where they're living right now. They're most likely renting. And just because they have poor credit doesn't mean they're poor. A lot of them are having that credit repair is going to be a big deal this year still. Getting people to realize that their credit may be getting better very soon. So one of the things you can do is in the Cromford Report, we have a number of tools that when you do take that listing, you can use the renter. We have a chart that shows how rents have been going up exponentially, especially for single family rentals. You can send that out as a marketing piece that, something like, has your rent gone up? A 30-year mortgage looks really good right now.
Directly to renters.
Yes.
Directly to renters.
Love it.
You can also send out for your past clients. We have a little infographic that just kind of gives them a little synopsis of the market with some paragraphs for buyers and for sellers that I usually target a little bit of market research for both sides. You can send those out as an email. They're located under the infographic section. There's a shortcut right on our website for it as well. And also, if you're looking for, in terms of finding those Canadians who want to sell, say, for instance, you've got a buyer that you're trying to find a home for, and maybe you're going to find some Canadian who would like to take advantage of the exchange rate. You can utilize a chart we have under the sales price per square foot within Tableau with the exchange rate for the Canadian dollar to show how much more Canadians are making with the exchange rate if they sell.
It's like two deals in one. People can double dip.
We call it a twofer.
Yeah.
2 for 1 special.
But I think what's really
Just like that accent too.
I know, you caught me off guard. I'm like, oh right, that's
Did
right.
he say twofer?
I was supposed to be talking my Southern accent. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you should.
Sorry,
Sounds
y'all.
good. Yeah, sorry, y'all.
So anyway, let's talk about these renters, finding these renters. So there's 2 things you can do. One is within your listing presentation, do a quick search within your area, within, say, 5 miles, because we're not comping. Remember, we're going to go 5 miles out within the rental side of the MLS and find those people who have signed leases where those leases are going to be coming due maybe in the next 3 to 6 months. That's one way to go and find everyone. Then you find out with your listing, how many of them are renting properties that are smaller than your property, and how many of them are paying more in rent than the mortgage payment would be at your sale price.
Interesting. That's a great way to filter
You know
out.
a lot of things about these people. You know how much they're paying in rent. You know where they live. You know what size home they're in. You know if they're in a townhouse or a single family. So even if you have a townhouse listing, you can only target just townhouse renters.
Talk about targeted marketing.
Yeah,
Right?
Targeted,
good data.
and now you know when their lease is up. So a lot of times, on average, I get, depending on the area and your price point, if you're in one of those bread and butter price points, $200,000 to $400,000, you can get some pretty good, results from that. I get usually about 20.
Okay.
And that, as a mailer,
That's huge.
if you're going to do a initial push on your listing, you can pull that list for your seller in your listing presentation and bring it with you and say, these are some people that I just pulled that might be potential buyers. If they don't sign your listing contract, you take that with you.
Yeah.
Don't give it to them.
It's not yours until you sign.
Yeah, exactly. And then, but now you'll have a small group of people. Now you can send them something every week and it's affordable. You can send them something on credit repair. You can send them a flyer with everything they need to know You don't need to let them know that their lease is coming up. You don't need to let them know that you know how much they're paying in rent. But you can give them a flyer that says, this is the mortgage payment on this property, and you can get it in a 30-year fixed. It will never change. Mm-hmm. You can also say it's this size home. So it's bigger than theirs.
Than when you're at.
It's bigger than the one you're in, and the mortgage payment might be a little bit less than what you're paying.
Huge.
It's just the information they need. And if their lease is coming due very soon, you can say this is move-in ready. And I'm having an open house this weekend.
Right. And obviously, even if you don't have the listing or don't have a listing presentation to do it, you can still market directly to these individuals, right? Just choose a home or choose a type of style.
If you're having an open house, you can find these people and you send them a personal invitation, because now it's a small group. It's doable, right? You can send something personal to them to invite them to your open house and see if you can get more traffic through. But that is the follow-up to that. There's even more in your listing presentation, because when you are going to sell to somebody who's a boomerang buyer who's renting in the area, your competition is now no longer the home down the street. Your competition is now what they're already renting. Right. Does that make sense? So if you look at the condition of the rentals of the people who are in your area, you can use that as leverage for your seller to up their condition if they need to. Like, listen, all these rentals are in better condition than your home. And
so
if they're going to come to our open house, you have to be at least equal, comparable, or better than what they're coming from. That's one way to kind of, I say super stalker mode, when you're starting to look at the condition of the renter. But then when you do get that renter,
call it super stalker mode.
right.
Call it that.
When you do get that renter, and that renter has now committed to you, and they're going to be moving out, guess what? Now you have another opportunity, because what is going to make an investor think about selling, even if it's for a millisecond?
I mean, it would have to be, what's that?
A vacancy.
A vacancy, yeah.
For a millisecond, they have to decide, am I going to sell this or am I going to rent it out? And the only person who knows when they're going to make that decision or when they have to make it is you.
Because we can pull when that lease is coming
Or at
up.
least you have the ability to.
Because you have their renter.
Right.
So if you do get a commitment from the renter and you've got them, say, pre-qualified or whatever, then you go out to the landlord and see if you might just find that one landlord
who's like, you know what, let's do it.
I'm just tired of being a landlord. I never wanted to be a landlord. Maybe he or she didn't want to short sell their home and take that hit on their credit, so they rented it out, but they never really wanted to be a landlord. Maybe they got just to the point in appreciation where they can break even and get out. Or maybe it's just somebody who, they have health issues. Everybody's got their thing.
There's something always.
Most of the landlords out here are not institutional landlords. Right. Most of them are what we call mom and pop individuals, and they have personal lives. They have things. Maybe they want to move out of Phoenix. Maybe they have health issues. Maybe whatever. Maybe they're just tired of taking phone calls from renters about problems with the property.
Right.
You just never know. So you always follow up with that landlord once you grab their renter and see if maybe you just caught them at the right time where they want to sell.
All good stuff, Miss Tina. So
you always lay it down.
When people go on,
I love it.
When people go on the Cromford Report, you guys do promo codes?
Or is there one right now that we can give out?
What I'm trying to get to is there a My Home Group promo code yet?
We can work something out.
Okay,
all right.
Michael Orr takes care of all of those group rates. Yeah, I can put in a good word.
Did you hear that, Michael?
Well, all I'm concerned about, as we all are, is trying to. We're all trying to get better. We're trying to raise the game and all trying to be more knowledgeable and again have more resources that can help us win more business. And we believe in it so much that, hopefully people do listen to this and they do go out and get the Cromford Report. And the goal is that, if we can save them a couple bucks and then obviously add more money in their back pocket at the same time, that's the goal. So it's not for our own benefit. I mean, it's for the agents. So get Mr. Orr on the phone right now.
Will do.
We need to get the My Home Group promo code going. So by the end of the day today, can we expect to have that? So that
I think we might be able to work something out for people who come to our training.
Okay. Let's just say by the end of the day, that people will have their promo code, the My Home Group promo code, and ready to roll when they're trying to sign up for the Cromford Report. Guys, also huge event today. We're excited to see everybody. Tina, have we talked about this? Are you going to be at the Be Relevant event?
She is now.
Bringing in Mr. Maybe he'll be our guest VIP or on the VIP list later today.
From 1 to 4 today.
Bringing in Mr. John Sheplack and Ryan Hodge, who sold over 100 homes in his first years, continue to grow a huge business, a top agent in Canada, along with John Sheplack, who's a national speaker, author, coach. are here now in Phoenix this afternoon, 1 to 4. If you haven't RSVP'd by now, I'm not sure there's even any seats left, but
you could try.
You could try. So to everyone else out there
show
that's going to be there, we'll see you guys later this afternoon. We're also going to have Mr. Sheplack on the dose for the rest of the week, I think.
Yep.
But a huge thank you to Mrs. Tina Tamboer.
Thank you, guys.
You're the best.
Thank you.
We
I love
you.
coming here. You guys are so fun.
We
You
love
are
you.
awesome. And guys, stay tuned. I don't know the exact date, but we'll pull it up where Tina's going to be at a workshop Wednesday.
We'll plug
really,
it good for you.
Really laying it down. Guys, stay tuned. Again, thank you, Tina.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you guys
You're
tomorrow.
welcome.
See you.
Bye, Byron.
Y'all be good now.
Bye, guys.
Y'all
See you,
good night
Byron.
here.
Adios. Hey, see you.